2020 has been different for everyone, but for us it's the first year of our YouTube channel, Bike Build Repeat. We started off the year with little or no mountain biking experience or skills and an empty field, but over this last year we've built on both. We progressed from 2-foot tables to 25-foot gaps and have become better at building, riding trails and tech and learning new tricks. We started to dig our first jumps around February, and at this point it was just me and Tom. As we hadn't made a YouTube channel yet, we only have a few videos from this time. We posted our first video at the end of May, a scooting montage from our local skate park, closely followed by our first MTB montage. By this time we had two lines, a tabletop and a gap line, which lead into a jump and a berm, and a line going left with 3 jumps, a berm and another jump. However, this line doesn't work very well and is hard to carry speed around the berm. In the video we introduced the field, and we built and rode a new step up out of our dig pit, where we got all the dirt we used to build the other jumps from. At the time it was a massive jump for us and it took a few goes to get it right, but we eventually started getting good and could clear it with no problem. Our next video is mainly clips from the left line, which we had fixed up and added some jumps to, along with some more clips from the step up and a teaser on the new hip line we'd started. After this was the video on Roadgate Bike Park, which we went to in July. This was our first taste of proper jumps and techie trails, as all but one of us had never gone to a bike park before. We rode a few of the techie beginner reds like bikini top and bottom, but found some of the drops in terrain quite difficult, especially on our hardtails. We also tried the flowy jump trail Bottle Rocket, which is a blue and a really fun trail to get warmed up on and for some chill runs at the end of the day, as well as some of the more difficult red jump trails such as Mainline and Split Richard, which we got pretty good at and did a few of the bigger gaps. After going to the bike park and being inspired about the jumps and the trails, we wanted to build some bigger stuff at the field, like the hip line and the new gap lines we have now. Roadgate helped us progress from the smallest jumps we had before to some bigger gaps, as now we knew we could clear them from the tables and gaps we had tried there. Our first build after going to Roadgate was a new hip, as the first time we'd built it, it ended up being too much of a gap and we couldn't get the speed to clear it with our running line, meaning we'd have to destroy it along with the berm, and we'd put the new one where the small first gap was, as it was a straighter line from the running. We then made a landing and tested this hip. After a few goes we got pretty good at turning in the air to get in the right position for the next jump in the line, a hip the other way. This hip was more difficult as it was going up the hill and for most of us the wrong way to whip. However, after a couple of attempts at riding it and then rebuilding and shaping the landing, we were able to get it working well. We also made some improvements to the other lines, such as adding berms to the tables line and increasing the size of the step up, which also gave us more dirt for the berms and the new jumps. As the left line still wasn't working well, after redoing it we decided to destroy it for more dirt and space for a new line that we haven't built yet. The problem with all of these replacements and improvements meant the only lines that were rideable were the tables line, which we'd kind of outgrown, and the hips, which is why the videos at the time didn't really have anything else in. Meanwhile, we had been riding at a few more places like Tidworth, Southampton and Windhill bike parks. Because I'm the only one with a GoPro, the only footage we have is from Southampton Bike Park, which me, Tom and Joe went to a few times. Southampton Bike Park is a good place to learn jumping, as there are loads of jumps there from beginner to pro, and they're all tabletops. The local people often dig and ride there, and they also have a YouTube channel called Southampton Bike Park. We've also rode at a place in the woods nearby with some massive gaps and rode some of the jumps there, including a 25-foot gap. We tried a few of the other jumps as well, like an 8-foot hip, a large drop, and a couple of the short trails. Another place with some jumps is Moores Valley, which me and Tom went to. It had 3 tables in a row which we practiced whips and tables on, but I wouldn't recommend going there just to ride, but if you're going there anyway, be sure to check them out. As the UK entered the winter months and we went back to school after the lockdown and the summer holidays, We couldn't make many videos as most days we were at school and it had started raining. The entire half term was pouring with rain, so we couldn't dig then, and right now the step up is about 1.5 feet underwater. So as a result, we've only been able to get a couple of time lapses from dig sessions and just a few riding videos. It wasn't enough to make a video, so we've added them in here. But the bad weather has given us more time to plan, and we're thinking of building a load more lines and features. And hopefully, by the time it's sunny again, we'll have more stuff to film and our videos will be more interesting. You may have also noticed that we've changed our channel name to Bike Build Repeat and pretty much only mentioned biking in this video. Well, that's because we're not doing scooting anymore. We found it hard to make new videos that were different from the last, and we can't go down now much anyway because it's darker and wetter. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. This is our first video with a voiceover, so don't judge. Hopefully we'll get better and more natural with practice. This year may not have been good for obvious reasons, but lockdown did give us plenty of time to start this channel and film, bike and build. See you in the next one. Goodbye.